role of the Japanese ALS Association at home and in the world. Thank you.
안녕하세요. Good afternoon, everyone. It's an honor to speak here today. At first, Dr. Yoshino of Lanchan Symposium won Harushige Inoue Award in Japan. He contributed to developing new technology of treatment for ALS. Congratulations. So, now I will explain activities of the Japan ALS Association. Please look at the picture first. What are they doing? We call this event Golon. It is intended to share the feeling of ALS patients by lying down without moving for 5 minutes. We do it every year in the Aichi Prefecture near Global Day, on June 21st. JALSA was established in 1986. The goal of JALSA are finding and living alongside patients with ALS, establishing methods of treatment for ALS, improving the lives of the patient receiving care. JALSA members are patients and their families, bereaved families, medical professionals, volunteers from general public. Activities of JALSA always focus on patients and their families. JALSA became a general incorporated association under Japanese law in 2012. We celebrated the 30th anniversary of its founding in 2016. JALSA has 42 branches in Japan. The roles of the head office are supporting the local branches and managing membership. The membership fee is about US $40. This fee is the organization's main source of funding. The activities of the head office also include managing the accounts, publishing the association newsletter, updating the website, and making policy recommendations. Under the chairman of Mr. Shimamori, 2 staffs, the board of directors and bereaved families are trying to unite and do their best. The roles of branches are that volunteers engage in fine-grained support activities throughout Japan to help to make patients and their families become less isolated and to give hope to those in despair. Annual general meeting, June and July. General meetings are held at the head office and local branches every year in June and July. Members of the meetings are patients, their families, and people with a position in the organization. The purpose of the meeting is to guide what direction our activities will take in the following year. We have lectures on research and treatment. Also, implement a patient-family exchange meeting. These pictures are the annual general meetings in Aichi Prefecture, a group photo, a lecture by a doctor, and a patient family member meeting. Global Day fundraising. June 21 is the Global Day for AIDS MND Global Day. Activities on Global Day are charity events and educational workshops that are held in various regions in order for AIDS to become more widely known and better understood. Golong is one of these activities. In 2014, the Ice Bucket Challenge was held all over the world, and an enormous amount of donations were collected for AIDS treatment research. International Alliance on AIDS MND, December. JALSA has been a main member of the International Alliance since its founding, and we attend its general meeting every year. Since 2000, patients using a mechanical ventilator have also participated in this meeting. In Japan, we are fortunate enough to have a comprehensive national health insurance system and welfare services for people with disabilities. On the other hand, we believe that there should be several opinions for patients and their families in the process of AIDS progression. It is very important for them to live their own way. Communication support activities. JALSA is also engaged in lending our communication devices. We conduct communication workshops for support providers in various regions throughout the country. In Japan, communication devices are provided as a welfare benefit, but volunteers are needed to visit patients' homes and help set up the switches and computers. These photos show a workshop for support providers. Policy negotiations. In Japan, the Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare determines the budget, contents of medical and nursing care policy, and pharmaceutical research and development. JALSA communicates the needs of and desires of patients to the ministry and works to make social system better. Our branches around the country also carry out negotiations with local professional governments in order to bring national policies to all corners of Japan. Even so, disparities between regions and individuals still arise. Resolving these disparities is a difficult and important issue to be addressed. The laws of the Japan AIDS Association. The laws of Japan AIDS Association are as follows. Sharing the knowledge and patient experiences necessary for medical treatment living, and aiming to improve the quality of life of people with AIDS. Gathering data on AIDS patients in Japan and assisting treatment research. Contributing to a global network and share the latest accurate information. Through a strong alliance with Asia-Pacific patient groups, we can work together to one day overcome AIDS. The Japan AIDS Association would like to invite all of you come and visit us in Japan. Thank you so much for your attention. 감사합니다.
Thank you very much. And the the Japanese ALS Association is certainly a long time and much valued member of the Alliance, so thank you for giving that overview.
It is with great honor and pleasure for me to invite my friend Karen Wells, Chief Executive Officer of MND Australia and ex-chairwoman of International Alliance of ALS MND Association. She has worked with ALS MND patients for more than 20 years. She has been leading MND Australia for more than 10 years, and she has been in great support and has played a driving force of joining all the Pan-Asian countries to the Alliance. She was a very important, she played a very important role in getting PACTALS formed. So today we are all here, and one of the major reasons is Carol. So thank you, Carol, for joining us all. And I hope you continue to guide us in future.
Thank you very much for those lovely words, thank you. And thank you also to Professor Kim for inviting us to speak and provide these overviews of the ALS MND associations in the region. Last speaker, so hopefully I'll stick to time and we can get on with your talk. So I've been asked today just to give a bit of an overview of MND Australia and the care and research landscape in Australia, to give you an introduction to the work of the peak body, MND Australia, but also our members, the 6 state-based associations, and our research arm, the MND Research Institute of Australia. So first of all, just a little bit of a snapshot on the MND landscape in Australia. In 2015, we undertook a Deloitte Access Economics survey just to look at the economic impact of MND in our country. It's the first time we've invested in a study of this kind, and it has proven to be extremely valuable in supporting and guiding our policy work. So as you can see, they found that there are just over 2,000 people with MND in Australia, 60% male, 40% female. Around 58% of people were aged under the age of 65, and that was very important for us to know, to have these figures, because we actually have a different system, health system, support system for those under 65 compared to those over 65. Average life expectancy 2.5 years and around 752 deaths. I think the most stark figures here are the costs of MND to the community. They found that the cost in 2015 per person was $1.1 million, outstripping most all other chronic conditions. This is just a little bit of an overview of how we're structured. It's a little bit of a complex structure, I guess, but at the heart of everything we do, what guides us every day are the people living with MND and their families. People living with MND become members of their state-based associations. We have 6 states in Australia and 2 territories, and it's these state-based associations that provide that direct care and support to the people living with MND in their state. The state associations are then members of MND Australia, and we're the national peak body influencing policy, raising awareness nationally, and campaigning and communicating. Our research arm is known as the MND Research Institute of Australia, and we are members of the International Alliance of ALS Associations. So this is just a little bit of an overview of the state-based associations and how they provide that support to the 2,000 people living with MND. The National Support Service model is, I guess, aims to achieve these outcomes by providing key services and also supporting other service providers by providing information and education about MND and its impact. The aim is not to replace the services that the government should be providing, but to actually support those services, to provide the best care to people with motor neuron disease. And we do this through provision of information, MND advisory service, we help with coordination support, and provide assistive technology. They also take a key role in fundraising, organising fundraising events such as Walks to Defeat MND, and also supporting third-party fundraisers that want to run or cycle or swim and engage their community in raising funds and awareness. So, MND Australia is the organisation that I represent. As I said, that is the peak organisation representing everyone across Australia who share our vision for a world without MND. We work with our members to raise awareness and advocate to improve the lives of people living with MND. And we do this through promoting and influencing and advancing MND care and research nationally, through campaigning and communicating, advocating, raising awareness and funding research, and educating and engaging internationally. So just a little bit of an overview of the kinds of activities we undertake around all of these key areas. With campaigning, we campaign to support our national advocacy work. We have established a national action framework which has 6 recommendations to the government to change policy to improve healthcare, to improve disability supports, aged care supports, and to fund research. We have established an MND Action website to assist with this campaigning work. That's newly established, it's a new role for us. And our first campaign is around the care and support of people aged 65 and over who must get their support from the aged care sector. And that aged care sector doesn't meet the needs of people living with MND at the moment. We want to change that. We also get involved in Global Day events and the support of the Fight Rights Charter petition, which is used by other alliance members around the world. We work to communicate through our website, through social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, through our website that we have for health professionals called MND Care. So it's a specific website that provides evidence-based information for health professionals involved in the care and support of people with MND. We have newsletters and we have fact sheets. And also we have specific resources that we publish from time to time. We work to advocate with the federal government, meeting with federal politicians, joint advocacy with other organisations, writing position statements and preparing budget responses. So trying to keep abreast of what's happening with the federal government and influencing policy wherever we can, with any policy that will impact people living with motor neuron disease. We work to raise awareness and understanding of MND worldwide through MND Week campaigns and information. This one last year, Life Measured in Moments, features a range of videos, a series of videos focusing on people with MND, carers, researchers, health professionals, to highlight the impact of MND on our communities. We get involved in Global Day activities and also other opportunities that come along. We will support to raise awareness and understanding. As I mentioned, our research arm, the MND Research Institute of Australia, is the way that we fund research, fund and promote research. And over the last 30 years, the MND Research Institute of Australia has been the driving force in MND research. We've been able to steadily grow the funds available, we've built a research workforce in Australia, and we've developed a robust grants allocation process. We work to fund across the pipeline. We work to fund research related to discovery right through to health and social care research. Last year we undertook a community survey to really try and find out what it is the community wants us to diagnostic tool for primary health care, which we've been able to share with the MD Association in England. We've worked to inform and educate neurologists through this publication in a neurology magazine. We work to inform and educate health professionals, disability health professionals, who are supporting the people with MND through our national conference we hold every 2 years. We have a range of infographics and handouts that we have for different groups of people that are involved in the care and support of people with motor neuron disease. We hold meetings for people with MND to learn more about research, and also we bring the research community together every year. The researchers that we fund, we bring together for them to report on their work. We work to engage internationally, as you heard, through the International Alliance of ALS MND Associations. We have hosted international meetings in the past, and we have first next year. And we work to support research collaborations such as Project Mine and the SOLS SCG grant, which was funded through Public Challenge money. Engaging internationally is embedded within our strategic plan. We believe in a world without MND. So we have worked to engage internationally and support that work. We've tried to work particularly in the Asia Pacific region with regards to partnerships, even when invited to do so, and provision of resources, and involvement of PACTALS since it was established in 2014. So until we're able to cure MND, we need to continue to fund research, to support research. That is the only way we are going to stop MND. But until that time, we will remain focused on supporting the care of people with motor neuron disease, remain focused on supporting the people living with motor neuron disease and the people who support them. And until there is a cure, there is care. And that's what we will continue to focus on. Just finally, another plug for Perth next year. These postcards are available. There's some outside on the help yourself table out there. So please take a watch and share them with your teams and your community. Thank you.
Thank you, Carol. And I think the diagnosis and the cure, the risk is a big positive hope for all the patients and a guideline for all the professionals working for ALS. So we'll all remember to care to be cure. So thank you, and New Emerging Association can learn a lot from experience in Australia. So I think it will be a great journey ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. Might as well stay here. We've got, have we got 5 minutes or 5 minutes? Okay. We were going to have a panel discussion now, but we are running out of time. So what we might do is maybe invite other representatives from ALS MND associations from the region who are here. Would any of you like to say just a few words, or maybe talk about how you see our role within PACTALS as ALS MND associations? We'll just talk a little bit about what you do. We have ALS Mongolia here. Did you want to say a few words? You might want to use that microphone just there if that's easier.
Good afternoon, everyone, and I'm happy to come here. And I'm from Mongolian ALS Association, and this is my first time to attending the PACTALS meeting here, and I'm really proud of the other associations. How can they do amazing things, and also the research institutions do the new things, and hope those new technology, new medications, and new things will come to my country here soon. Thank you so much again.
Thank you. Thank you. And I know we have ALS MND MND Malaysia here. Do you want to say a few words, Ichi?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ichi from Malaysia. Myself is a palliative care physician. First of all, I would like to express our gratitude to International Alliance, especially to Carol. And secondly, also our gratitude, deep gratitude to ALS Taiwan. Because when we first started, it's because of Carol and ALS Taiwan sponsor our two committee to attend the meeting. That's how we managed to set up MND in Malaysia. So from that 2013 to 15 until now, we have MND Malaysia. We managed to set up 2 satellite services in the North and the East Malaysia. And also with that, we managed to have an MND doctors network around 30 to 50 physicians across Malaysia. So even though we don't have a wide coverage, but at least there are more physicians aware of the disease. So thank you very much, International Alliance and ALS Taiwan.
Thank you, Ichi. Is there anyone else that would like to just say a few words? Professor Sai, MND Taiwan.
Thank you. I'm really so happy to be here again. I remember I first joined the ALS-MD Association about 20 years ago. It's in Scrum, Glasgow. I remember it's 1998 or so. Yeah. And since then, the Taiwan Neural Disease Association learned so much from the international alliance. And we are happy to join the East Asia, Japan, Taiwan, and Malaysia, Singapore, and here in Korea, in East Asia, to unite it, like the war, like the logo of the ALS-MD Association, to unite it together to fight against ALS. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now we have MND Indonesia, ALS Indonesia. To remember who uses MND and who uses ALS.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sheila Agostini, and I'm a neurologist who's working. I'm a volunteer at the Indonesia ALS Association. I'm also the vice chair currently. First, I would like to thank you, Professor Kim, and the organizing committee for inviting our team to come over here, and also to Carol, who has been very supportive since day one. Also to MND International, and of course, the foundation was founded in 2015. In Indonesia, we have, if you talk to people like you have ALS, they will just like, what is ALS? Is that some kind of a company or something? They don't really know about ALS. But if you proceed and you say, do you know Stephen Hawking? And they will say, Stephen Hawking, that kind of disease. And they will like, what is actually ALS? So Stephen Hawking is definitely more popular than ALS. So since 2015, we have received tremendous support from MND International, from Carol and MND Australia, and of course from MND Malaysia. We love you guys so much because we started from scratch, from only like several patients in the group, and now we have 41 members, 41 pals. These are not my private patients. We have a website, so they can access the website for how to get into a WhatsApp group. And then if they want to be included in the WhatsApp group, they will contact us by email or by Facebook page. And then we put them in the group. So we actually have patients from the Java island until the very remote island. We had a patient once who claimed that he had to travel 8 hours only to go to the nearest EMG lab. So yes, there are a lot of challenges. First, to increase the awareness in Indonesian public, and then also to help the networking with the neurologists, with the rehab specialists, with the pulmonologists, and also setting up home care system. And of course, I'm sure this situation is similar with some other country where we don't have riluzole, we don't have edarazone. So basically, if you have ALS in Indonesia, it's like, that's it. But of course, we don't give up. They can purchase the riluzole edaravone somewhere else if they have the commodity for it. But we are looking forward to increase the awareness. We are looking forward to provide the best quality of life for the PALs in Indonesia. And we are looking for networking with anyone. And thank you again for allowing us to be part of the PACTALS 2018. I just want to finish this with one quote. Alone we can do so little, but together we can do so much. Thank you.
I better hand over to Professor Kim now. But certainly I invite everybody to, if you would like to contribute to the development of the next strategic plan for the International Alliance, to make contact with David and provide your input. And I hope that we will continue as organisations to work together, partner and support organisations like PACTAL. So thank you very much.
Thank you, speakers, professionals, and everyone for attending. This now concludes our last session of PACTALS 2018. I'd like to thank you, all of us, again. And so let us begin our closing remarks. The Academic Committee of PACTALS will present the award to 2 outstanding oral presenters and 6 best poster presenters, and treble fellowship to the most outstanding presenters. Please take a look at the screen for our list of winners. And Professor Kim, please come up to the stage for the award ceremony. And because of time limits, we would like to call Dr. Sani as our representative